Hello everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're watching from. I'm gonna get this sale started with the larger bags of rocks, but you'll want to watch all the way through because we've got cool things coming up. Agates, jewelry, septarian nodules, gypsum bags. So we're gonna get started with these larger bags, and I've got them labeled like quartz 1, mix 1, fossil 1, and wood 1 through 4. So if you'll keep track throughout the video of everything that you'd like, and then in one comment mark sold, wood 1, quartz 1, fossil 1, for example. And then be sure to add $5 for shipping to all final orders. And we're gonna go ahead and try this. This is the first time I've ever tried a sale. So we're gonna go ahead and try to do payments to Cash App. We're gonna look at for Prairie Rocks on Cash App. And there's a spot when you make a Cash App payment to describe what the payment is for. And for example, in this one I put for I love you, Trevin, you're the best kid ever. And instead of that here, I'd like for you to put your name and shipping address. And if you would like for me to text you a tracking number when I have one, go ahead and put your phone number in there as well. And if for some reason that plan just completely falls apart, I will put my email and cell phone number into the description of this video so that we have a way to get in touch with each other. But let's jump right into these larger bags of petrified wood. You're gonna find a nice mix in each of these bags. There's at least a baker's dozen stones in each one of these. Some of them have like 20 stones in them, but you're gonna find a little bit of agatized wood, a little bit of jasperized wood, just a nice mix of everything that I find out here on the prairie. They'd be really good to throw in the tumbler, or like this one has a lot of these smaller pieces that would be good for wire wrapping. And let's go ahead and have a look at this one that I have labeled Montana Quartz. There are some quartz pieces in here, but there are also like these two peach ones up top are feldspar, and this one down here on the bottom. So you'll see quite a bit of flash out of those feldspar pieces that you don't necessarily see in just quartz. So I'd like to go ahead and do 5 on this bag. And mix 1 and mix 2 are going to be a nice mix of everything I find out here. You're going to get a little bit of quartz, you're going to get a little bit of jasper, you're going to get some petrified wood, some agates, some gypsum, a little bit of everything. So they should be really fun. Nice. Look at that one's really cool. Some nice mixes, and I'd like $8 on each one of those. Finally is the fossil mix. Some of the fossils that I find out here, like this really big piece of horn coral and this one down here, are large enough to see, but most of the fossils I find are very tiny and might be better appreciated under a jeweler's loupe if you have one. So, and you might check that out under a UV light if you have one. By the way, if you've never looked at petrified wood under a UV light, you're really missing out. Most petrified wood glows a really beautiful orange color under a black light. So 8 on all of these except quartz 1. I want 5 for it. All right, let's look at the smaller bags next. We'll go ahead and get started with agate 1. Some really pretty pieces in there. Probably a baker's dozen. I'm not going to count them, but I like a baker's dozen, so there's probably, you know, at least 13 pieces in there. Agate 2. This piece is beautiful. It's covered in just sparkling druzy, and then it's like a creamy, dreamy, beautiful color. And agate 3. And I've done a lot of work to agate 3 on my flat lap. I've polished all of its sides. So since I've done work to this one, I'd like $17 for it. And I'd like $4 for each of agate 1 and agate 2. Let's move on to fossil 2. There's a little piece of agatized coral up there. Jasp agate 1. And Jasp Agate 2. Jasp 2 might be more like chert and jasper. Well, I guess that one there's got some agate banding in it. That one's got some nice pieces in it. We're going to do 4 on each of those and 4 on the fossil mix as well. We should look at this piece. Really glows under. This is my Blacklight, by the way, not a sponsor. UV Beast, I think it's called. Anyway, with all the light on it. Oh yeah, it still glows a lot. That's a lot of entertainment for $4. You can't get a lot for $4 nowadays. Anyway, they're smaller bags, but they're still mighty. Right, let's move on to slabs and jewelry next. This will be slab 1, this will be slab 2. I've made jewelry out of both of these. In fact, this necklace, and this necklace are all made out of this material. So I know that slabs show better wet, but we're gonna see it cut and polished here later. So not this one, unfortunately. I've already sold this piece of jewelry that I made, but slab 1, 3 pieces. We're gonna go $9 on it, and slab 2, $4 on it. We'll move right along to necklace 1. This is one of my very early wire wrapping days, and the wire wrapping is not as nice as I'd like it to be, but it is a piece of tumbled petrified wood. It could be worn either way, and it could be wrapped around the wrist and worn as a bracelet if you prefer that. But it's a tie behind the neck, and it is kind of small. And I've had this one out at several public shows and people have touched it and stuff, and so the cordage has really seen better days. So we're gonna do $9 on necklace number 1. Then we have necklace number 2. I like the way this piece turned out. It is polished on this side, but not polished on this side. And it's adjustable. It's got an antique bone bead at the end of the slide. Most of these, if you don't like the cordage that they're on, I've left quite a wide gap in most of these so that you could put them onto a nice chain or something if you prefer that. Necklace 2, let's go to necklace 3. Necklace 3 is a really cool stone. It's got all kinds of little fossils in it. You can kind of see one right there. I'd like $30 on this one. 20 on 2, by the way. 30 on 3. $30 for number 4. Again, this is that slab material that this necklace is made out of. I'm not sure what it is, but it sure is pretty. Slightly translucent. Beautiful stuff. So $30 on necklace 4. And also $30 on necklace 5, again made out of that same material. Focus is desirable there, isn't it? I'll show you the wire wrapping. So 30 on 5. And there you have it. Slabs and jewelry. All right, this is the next little bunch we have. These 2 pieces are end cuts. This one is a slab, otherwise I would call this a slab mix, but it's not quite. The top one there is petrified wood with that beautiful blue agate banding running through it, and the bottom one, I'm pretty sure that's a chert. I don't know what this red and yellow one is, but it sparkles in just the right light. It's really pretty. So we'll call that mix 3, and I'll do $12 for it. We'll call this mix 4. This bottom piece, these are pendants, but they're really crudely polished. So if you're gonna make like men's jewelry out of these, that would be, you know, something that's gonna get beat up and banged around anyway. That would be a good thing to do with these. But this bottom one is petrified wood, and I have no idea what that top one is. A couple little wire wrapping starters there. We'll call that mix number 4, and we'll do $6 on it. Next we have wood 5, 6, and 7. These are quite large pieces, and they've got that just beautiful blue, and they're polished on my flat lap. So 5 and 6, I would like $10 each for them. $10 for 5 and $10 for 6 on those petrified wood. We'll call that wood 5 and wood 6. Wood, petrified wood number 7. It's nice and it's polished on the flat lap. It's pretty. It's just not quite as pretty as those other two, but I'll do both pieces of that. Wood number 7 for $11. Some Septarian nodules. One is an uncut, unpolished lot, just a little mix of stones here. 2 is cut and polished, but the polish is kind of crude, but it's a real glower. 3, cut and polished. It's a really pretty little piece. 4 is a single stone with a lightning bolt looking pattern in it. 5 is like creamy, dreamy with crystals on top. 6 is the prettiest thing you could ever ask for in a Septarian. The crystals that run through that are just gorgeous. Polished on the flat lap. And 7's a pretty unique piece. So the funnest part about Septarian nodules, though, is looking at them under a black light. So let's turn off some of the lights. Here's one, the uncut, unpolished lot. Here is 2. Two is quite a stunner. Here's 3. Really cool. Here's 4. 5. 6. 7. Bet I've looked at 7 100 times. Still saying wow. Makes me say wow every time. So 1, the unpolished lot. Let's do 7 on it. 2, the large Septarian. Let's do 17 on that one. 3. 10 on it. 4, the single stone lot. 9 on it. 5, creamy, dreamy. 13. 6, everything beautiful and stunning a Septarian could ever be. 18. And 7. Lots and lots of fun. Let's do 10 on it. One more. We got one more thing to look at tonight, and that's gonna be the gypsum. And last but not least, the gypsum. We've got smaller bags, 3 of those, numbered 1 through 3. That one's got, look at that one big piece in there. It's really cool. this one too. And bags 4 through 9 are slightly larger bags. And some of these are like almost a pink purple color, kind of a desert rose kind of color to them. And some of those that are kind of orange will light up a little bit under a UV light, but some of them are just crystal clear. That fishtail pattern you'd expect out of gypsum. Some of them are quite large, some of them smaller. And then we have one last bag, bag 10, which is a little bit larger bag. It's got some really wild pieces in it. Man, that one there is really pretty. Anyway, we will do on bags 1 through 3, the smaller bags. $4 each on those. Bags 4 through 9. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We'll do $5 each on those, and then the one large bag there, $6 for it. So I want to say thanks to everyone for hanging in there tonight, or afternoon, or morning, or wherever it is, whatever it is, wherever you're watching from. Thank you for joining me for the rock sale. I hope that even if you don't buy anything, that you had a ton of fun watching and just checking out all these cool rocks. Ah, there's thank you goodies too, by the way, but I'm not going to ruin the surprise. So, yeah, we've named this rock, his name is Douglas. So look for Douglas and Prairie Rocks. And thanks for supporting the channel with the likes and the comments and the subscribes and everything. You all rock. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pretty rocks out on the prairie. Pretty rocks are everywhere. Pretty rocks for us to look at. Pretty rocks are everywhere. Thanks, guys. See you next time.